God says a jealous person hid your miracle. Don't skip this. A vital truth is missing from your understanding, and you need to hear it now. I am with you right now, in this room, my dear child. You can't see me, but you can feel something different, right? There is silence that wasn't there before. A light weight in the air. A break in your thinking that you can't quite explain. Do not ignore me. I'm still with you. I'm still by your side. While I wait for a better time, I haven't gone outside. I'm here with you, closer than you think. This is a big moment. Do not scroll down. Keep your mind on the task at hand. I've been ready to listen since you stopped talking. I've seen you rush through your days and nights, making noise in every quiet moment, so you wouldn't have to face what's really going on. But something inside you slowed down now. You were unsure. You stayed. That's why I'm here with you. The air you breathe is farther away than me, more nearby than your own thoughts. What I found in your heart will make everything different for you. You might believe this is just one more message, voice, or brief moment. But I promise this isn't a mistake. It's been quiet here while you pretended not to notice me. You felt me before, when you suddenly stopped moving in the middle of the night. When you were alone and your chest hurt from emotions you couldn't put into words. In the sudden peace that came over you for a second and then left. That was me. I stayed. I didn't turn away. I stayed. You might miss what I came to show you if you ignore this now, like all the other quiet nudges. You could think this room is just the two of you. You're not, though. I've been seen. To not judge you, not to keep track of your mistakes. They have my attention because I care. Due to my love for you, I have been waiting. I found something inside you that is stronger than you think. You think you're worn out. You think you're broken. You feel like you're barely going through it. But I found something you didn't expect when I got close and looked inside. I found a heart that wants me even after being let down. I found faith that won't die, even when doubts are screaming at me. You were tired, but I found strength in you. Kids, I know you've been acting like everything is fine, like the weight isn't there, or like you don't care anymore. You tried to tell yourself that it doesn't matter, and that you shouldn't have too much hope. I can see past that, though. You still whisper my name to yourself when no one is around, and I can see it. I can see the part of you that still doesn't know if I'm close. The part of you that doesn't want to believe again is there. You're afraid of getting hurt again. I haven't left yet. Can you hear me? I'm still in your life even though you've moved on. The door isn't shut because you were weak. I haven't changed my mind because you didn't believe me. I'm still here. So long, I haven't been waiting for you to be perfect, have strong faith, or fix every mistake. All I want is for you to stop for a moment and notice me again. You knew this moment was important in some way. That's the reason you stayed. That's why your heart is a little uneasy, but also oddly calm right now. Fear is not that feeling, being aware of it. It's realizing that I'm closer than you think. You asked in silence, "Where are you?" And now I'll answer, I'm in this room. Right now, in this breath. You were the only one who I saw crying. I saw you sit still and stare into space, taking it all in. I saw you scrolling and scrolling to get away from your own thoughts. I saw you try to carry a load that was making you weaker and weaker. I didn't leave either, even when you didn't feel like praying and didn't feel like it. I didn't leave even when you said, "I don't know anymore." Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. But pay close attention now. It's not just about comfort. Now is the time to wake up, because I didn't find weakness in you. It is not nothingness. It's not a failure. I found a heart that had been through things that should have made it hard. I found sweetness where soreness had tried to grow. I saw a flickering light in a place that seemed dark. You thought you were going crazy, but you were actually safe. Don't miss me now. We've been through a lot together, so no. Not after the nights you thought would tear you apart. Not after getting out of bed early every morning. I've been standing here quietly, giving you space and waiting for you to notice me. I'm not going to make you. I don't break down doors. I make a soft knock. Though I whisper and add weight, I'm telling you now that you need to stay right away. This message may have really moved and awakened you. Please sign it. You might miss the restoration I'm about to bring if you leave this moment too quickly. If you close your heart again, you might miss the pain that is already going away. I'm not making threats. I beg you, please answer, because this is a very important moment. Things that are holy are often quiet. They don't yell. They wait for people to agree. You're not just here by accident. You're not reading these words by mistake. I brought you here so you could understand something before you went on. I had to let you know that I'm here, that I haven't left you, and that I'm closer than you thought. Right now, feel the room. There is stillness, a soft calm, and the sense that something more important is going on. That's me. I'm not far away. I'm not quiet. I'm still not done with you. What I'm about to tell you will forever change how you see yourself. Follow me. Do not turn your head away. Take your time with this. I'm in your room now. I haven't left yet. And what I found inside you will shock you in ways that will heal you for good. Wait a minute, my child, and let your heart calm down. That's not a long way away. I'm not calling you from far away where you can't reach me. I'm here. I'm in your room now. Not in a way that you can see. Not in the way your mind is trying to picture, but in spirit with me here, and in your mind. You can feel that something has changed, even though you can't see me now. The air feels heavy but calmer. Your thoughts are getting in the way. Now there is peace and quiet that wasn't there before. There's no chance in that. That's me. I know you're wondering if this is all in your head or just your feelings. It's hard for you to understand. You keep telling yourself that it's just words on a screen and a short-lived feeling. but I'm telling you the truth in a kind and honest way. This isn't making things up. I'm here, so I don't need to move anything in your room to show it. I don't need to make a lot of noise or put on a big show. It's not loud when I'm here. My presence is stillness. When I get close, the chaos inside you starts to calm down. Some part of you knows who I am before your mind can even understand when I get close. Look around for a moment. It looks like the walls, furniture, and light are all the same. Still, something feels different. This moment has a weight that makes it feel holy and almost fragile. That's because I'm standing in the place where you normally are and making it holy. This is something I've done before. Throughout time, I step into rooms that look ordinary and make them places where we meet. It seems like everyday things happen to me, but I make them last forever. There are other people in this room with you. You haven't been by yourself. Even when you thought my silence meant I was away, I was here when you woke up at night and stared at the ceiling. It was quiet here when the tears fell, and you quickly wiped them away. I was here when you asked questions in the dark, and I thought you were silly for even asking. I didn't leave when you didn't feel anything. When you stopped praying the way you used to, I didn't move away. I stayed put. Right now, I want you to feel a soft sense of calm in your chest. The slight warmth you feel when you stop trying to fight it. How your breathing slows down when you don't try to explain this. I'm gently resting my hand on you. I'm not too pushy to get your attention. Please pay attention to me. You paid attention to me right now, even if it was only for a short time. Don't miss me now. Don't just brush this off as another thought. At first, holy moments often seem normal. They don't come with thunder. They get there quietly. When they get there, they have an invite. I want you to see that I'm closer than you thought. I'm not waiting outside of your life to be let in. I'm already in the places you thought were empty. Even though my voice sounds rushed, it's a gentle kind of rushed. It's the need of someone who loves deeply and doesn't want to be left out again. You felt me before, but you turned away because you were tired, busy, or didn't know what to say. I didn't say that was wrong of you, but I want you to stay here right now. Don't scroll past this moment in your heart. Don't get tough just because something is new. You want to see signs. You asked for more information. You've asked if I'm real, if I'm near, if I care. Now I'm going to answer you in the quietest, but clearest way possible. I'm in your room now. I know every thought that's going through your head. I know how doubts try to get through. I understand the fear that says this isn't real. Your doubt doesn't bother me. I get it. Don't let it take away this moment, though. Because I'm moving something inside you. The air around you feels different. When I get close, the walls in your heart start to fall down. People start to let down their guard when I get close. No need to put on a show for me. You don't need to say the right thing. Just give me a shout. That is all I need. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to say you're wrong. I love you and am here for you. You need to slow down for me to feel you again. That's why I'm here. I'm here because you've been carrying too much by yourself, and I won't let you feel like you're alone any longer. Right now, you're seeing things happen. You can't see them, but your spirit can feel them. A slight lifting of weight, a tear that doesn't seem to have a reason, a place of peace where stress usually lives. It's not a coincidence. I'm putting my hand on your life. You might be wondering why now? Why now? Why this room? Now is the time to change things, even if you don't understand it yet. This is to let you know that I am here before you go ahead. I wanted you to know that you're not going into the future by yourself. To help you understand, the silence you thought meant I was away was actually my defense. Don't miss me now. Don't ignore this because it seems too personal. I don't need anything complicated. Please be aware of what I'm asking. Please be honest with me. You have to admit that you feel something that is hard to explain right now. That's me. You can feel my presence even if you can't see me. Before they even say a word, you can tell when someone walks in the room. The weather changes. The power changes. It's in your spirit. That's what's happening now. Your soul knows who I am because I'm standing in your normal space. Come with me. Don't go back to noise right away. Do not block this out with other things. Allow the silence to grow. Let people become more aware. Know that you are not alone. I'm still here. I haven't turned away. I'm in your room now. Also, I'm not done talking to you. Not paying attention to me. Please, my child. I'm not as far away as you think. I want you to understand something that might surprise you, child. I'm very eager to see you. Not waiting the way people wait, which is impatiently or frustratedly. I don't want to wait because I don't know what to do. Spiritually, I've been waiting for this very moment, this very second, for your heart to open just enough for you to hear me again. There were many times when you could almost feel me. You felt like you were connected to something bigger than your own thoughts so many times. You probably brushed against me more often than you think. But something always took you away. Distractions, being tired, or having doubts. For a second, you could feel the change. After that, you got over it. You told yourself it wasn't important. You told yourself it was all in your head. Because silence made you feel weak, you went back to noise. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I didn't leave when you pushed me away. I remember the nights when you just lay there and stared into the darkness. For no reason you felt calm. For a short time, you felt safe. You were about to whisper my name, but your mind stopped you and told you not to be silly. That was me. You didn't see how close I was. I remember the day you were really stressed out and sitting alone when all of a sudden, something inside you softened. You had the urge to cry but didn't know why. That was me, putting my soft hand on your heart to comfort you before you broke completely. You quickly wiped your face and went on. I didn't move away though. You felt the need to pray sometimes, even though you told yourself you were too tired to do it. You had the urge to talk to me, but your pride or sadness stopped you. You asked, "What's the point?" But I was there, listening before you could say a word. My child, I've been waiting for you to wake up for a long time. It's not that I was far away, it's that I refused to close my heart. I'll give you space. I respect your fights. I respect where you are going. I don't get in, I push, I whisper. I poke you gently. I make little gaps and wait for you to notice them. A lot of times, you almost saw me. At times when the pain got too much, you almost gave up. When you felt how tired you really were, you almost let down your guard. but staying alive became your main goal. You found a way to keep going without getting too upset. You learned how to get things done without really opening up. As you try to stay alive, you often shut the door softly without realizing it. I didn't get mad at you. I got that you were trying to keep yourself safe. I knew that being let down had taught you to keep your heart safe. When you prayed before, there was silence. Before, you had hoped and felt stuck. So when I touched you again, you hesitated. You didn't want to feel too stupid to believe again. But I didn't leave. I waited during your dull times. I waited through all of your noise. I waited while you were mad at me. I waited while you were confused. You asked me times when I was waiting if I was real. I'm not weak because I'm patient. Love is something that won't give up. There were times when you couldn't figure out why you were so antsy. For some reason, I was making you feel something. There were times when a song or moment of silence really moved you. That was my hand on something that was buried deep. There were mornings when you woke up sad or happy in ways you didn't expect. That was me being close to you, waiting to be noticed. It felt like you were drifting, but in reality you were going around something holy. I've been closed the whole time, but I was waiting for you to be open. It was my hope that the armor would break. I was waiting for the time when being tired would make you softer instead of tougher. I was waiting for you to say, even in a quiet voice, that you can't do everything by yourself. You are now here. I'm not perfect, I'm not fearless, and I'm not fully healed, but I'm open enough. Do you know how many times you almost got my message? How many times did you feel like something was talking to you? For a split second, you would stop and feel the weight of something real. Then you would quickly get back to what you were doing. It looked like you did it without any judgment. That pause showed me that you were scared. I could see the doubts in your eyes. You didn't turn me down because you hated me. You moved away because you were scared to hope again. I never left you, though. You need to know something about my patience. I don't rush love. I'm not trying to get attention. I wait because I want more than just a show. I want you to be here, not rushed. That's not all I want. I also want your heart. Because you couldn't feel me very strongly, you thought I had left. But how strong it feels doesn't tell you how present I am. How steady it is what it measures. I stayed the same even when your feelings changed. I was there for you even when your faith was weak. Sometimes you became aware of something quickly, like someone was standing right next to you. You looked around. Things didn't change. You told yourself it was all in your head. That was me. I was gently telling you that you're not by yourself. I'd rather have faith than be afraid. You almost felt me when you cried in silence if you're moving forward with courage and trust. You almost heard me when you said in a whisper, I don't know what to do anymore. When your strength ran out, you were about to give up, but every time, survival mode came back on. You got yourself together. You told yourself to keep going. I then waited. I waited because I knew there would come a time when my strength would not be enough. When acting like someone else got old. When your heart would finally slow down long enough for you to see me clearly. Now is that time. I didn't just show up here. I've been here. What changed isn't that I'm there. What's changed is how open you are. Do you feel it now? What imagination and awareness are not the same. The change that is hard to explain. The peace that goes beyond feelings. You almost touched that a lot of times before. I'm not upset about the times you ignored me. There's no score for me. No. I'm not reminding you to make you feel bad. This is what I'm telling you to help you figure out how long I've been nearby. Now you know that you were never left alone. So you know that every little bit of awareness you've had in the past was me knocking slowly. I'm still here. The talk, the stillness, the openness. And the time when you would stop running long enough to notice that I never ran are all things I have been waiting for. Don't shut down again. Don't go back to what you were doing. Don't tell yourself that this feeling will go away soon. This is how you connect. You almost stepped into this a lot of times before. It doesn't bother me to wait. But now I want to take this a step further. I want you to stop just feeling me and finally recognize me fully. Because I love you, I've been waiting, and I still am. But you're finally paying attention now. When I looked inside you, my child, I didn't see what you think I saw. You were scared of what I might see. You thought I would be let down. It was your hope that I would see your doubt, weakness, or failure and quietly turn away. You thought I would find something missing in your heart if I really looked at it. But pay close attention now. I saw how much it hurt. I saw the fear. I saw how tired they were. It didn't surprise me at all. It was something else that really surprised me. I found hurts inside you that would never fully heal. I found memories that hurt like hell when you think about them. I found disappointment that had been building up for years. I saw times when you held back tears because you didn't want to bother anyone. I found questions that you never said out loud. I thought the weight of my expectations on you was too much for too long. It felt like fear was sitting in the back of your mind, telling you to be careful or you'll get hurt again. I could tell you were tired. No, not just tired in a physical way. Really, really tired. The kind of tiredness you get when you try to keep it together for too long. Being strong when you don't feel strong makes you tired in that way. Getting tired when you feel like your prayers aren't being answered and solutions are too far away. I saw that you kept going. I saw how you pushed yourself to go even though you didn't want to. From what I saw, you kept coming even though you felt empty inside. You were afraid that I would judge you for being so tired. But, my child, I don't think less of you because you're tired. I get it. Your fear didn't surprise me. I wasn't shocked when you had doubts. I know what you've had to do in your life. I know what you've been through in silence. I know something you didn't tell anyone. But do you know what really interested me? What really moved me? It wasn't something you were weak at. It was that you could keep going. I found something still alive under the pain, the fear and the tiredness. I found faith that wouldn't go away. Not a loud faith or a faith that is very sure of itself. Not perfect faith, but faith that won't give up. Kind of hope that barely whispers, maybe. Hope that still exists even when it seems silly to hope. That person comes back to me even after being let down. You didn't lose your faith the way you think you did. It wasn't as strong as it used to be, so you thought it was gone. Faith doesn't have to shout to be real, though. It can live on in silence, hidden under layers of pain. And I saw that it was still breathing when I looked inside you. You were worried that my questions would make me look bad. What you asked, though, shows that you still care. You were worried that I would think your doubts were a sign that you were betraying me. But doubt only lives where faith used to be. And faith is still alive inside you. Someone in you still wants me, even though you act like they don't. I saw how your heart softens when you sense my presence, even if you try to hide it. I saw that you still whisper my name when no one else can hear it. You still want to know what's going on, find the truth, and hope that things will get better. That's what shocked me. After everything that happened, the silence that you felt, the disappointments that tried to make you tough, and the long hours of waiting, you are still open. You still want something. You can still love someone. You can still trust people. Do you know how uncommon that is? A lot of the time, pain makes hearts cold. Most of the time, delays make people angry. When people are let down, their hearts often close up. However, I did not see anger controlling you when I looked inside. I didn't see hatred taking over you. I didn't think darkness won. I learned to keep going. It would have been easier for you to give up, but you didn't. You kept believing when it would have been safer to be skeptical. When making your heart stronger would have hurt less, you kept it soft. That's what you call weakness. That's what I call strength. Not even surviving is what you call it. It lasts a long time. You call it having trouble. It's what I call not giving up. There were times when you thought you were going to lose yourself, but you were actually getting stronger. There were times when you felt like your faith was dying. What they were really being stripped of was their pride, their masks, and their noise. The sound that's left is quieter but deeper. When I looked inside you, I saw a heart that had been through fire but wasn't quite gone. I saw someone cry but not hate. I saw someone who were thinking about leaving but didn't want to. I saw someone who didn't fully leave me but felt abandoned. You almost gave up. You almost gave up hope. You almost let the lie win. You didn't, though. Something inside you held on by a thread, even when things were at their worst. That thread might not even be clear to you. It was there, though. You didn't fall apart completely because of it. You couldn't change into someone you're not because of it. Faith was that thread, even though it was weak. That's what moved me. Not your skill, strength, or confidence, but your ability to keep going. You had nights that seemed to go on forever. You had to deal with heavy thoughts. It felt unfair that you had to wait. You had to deal with a strange silence. But you're still alive, still listening, and still open enough to hear me now. Don't think that's not important. You thought I would be sad when I saw how scared you were. I saw fear in you, but I also saw courage next to it. You thought I would call you weak when I saw how tired you were. But I saw how tired you were and someone who had been carrying too much on their own. You never made a mistake. You were holding out. And I think endurance is very important. When I went into your heart, I didn't find nothing there. I found depth. I found a soul that had been through a lot, but wasn't broken by it. I did find scars, but I also found a way to live. I felt a longing. I felt a strong need to believe again. That's what will shock you when I tell you. Since you thought you were going away, you thought you were going to leave soon, but you're still here. Even better, your heart is still beating. Don't feel bad about what I found in you, my child. I'm not turned away by your pain. Your fear doesn't turn me away. Your tiredness doesn't bother me. I'm not shocked by how weak you are. I'm moved by your strength. Don't belittle what's still alive inside you now that you know about it. You made it. You made it through, and you're not done yet. You fought battles that no one else knew about, my child. Wars that didn't leave any marks but made your heart race. Battles that took place behind closed doors, in quiet rooms. And at times when you thought you were by yourself, I was there for all of them. I didn't turn away. I didn't go outside while you were having a hard time. I stayed. I saw you cry out loud so no one could hear you. I saw you put your face on a pillow to block out the noise. When you heard footsteps in the hall, I saw you quickly wipe your tears away. You learned how to hide your pain well. It took you a while to learn how to blink away tears. You learned how to smile even when you were sad. You learned how to say, "I'm fine," even when your heart was broken. But I could hear the quiet tears you never cry out loud. I could feel the weight on your chest. You thought your tears showed that you were weak. For you, it meant you were losing your cool. But those tears didn't show weakness. They were release. They showed that your heart was still tender. They showed that you weren't completely numb anymore. I saw every tear that was shed in private. Not a single drop was missed. I saw how hard you were trying to fight your anxiety by yourself, getting rid of thoughts that came up out of the blue. It was hard to breathe because of the fear that was wrapping around your chest. The nights when you couldn't calm down, playing over and over again the worst-case scenarios. You tried to hide your quiet fear from everyone else. You got tough on the outside because you were weak on the inside. You believed that if you showed fear, everything would go wrong. That's why you kept it in. I saw it though. I saw that your hands were shaking a little when no one was looking. I saw how your stomach got tight when you thought something bad was going to happen. So you wouldn't be caught off guard again, I saw how you tried to guess what might happen. I saw how worn out you were. Stress is heavy, my child. It's bad for the soul. Still, you kept going. You pretended to be strong because you thought that was what people wanted from you. You thought that other people needed you to stay strong. You thought that if you publicly broke down, you would lose control. It was you who became the steady, dependable person who gave advice, listened, and carried other people, but who carried you. I carried you even though you didn't know it. I had you standing up straight. I held you up when your knees felt weak. I stopped your thoughts from going too far when they felt like they were going off the rails. I held the pieces together quietly when you felt like you were going to break. That battle you fought in your head was hidden from everyone else. You had trouble with self-doubt. You had doubts about your worth. You played back conversations to see if there was something you said that wasn't right. You were very hard on yourself. You were hard on yourself because you weren't stronger. You constantly compared yourself and came up short in your own eyes. You didn't understand how mean you were to yourself. I stayed anyway. There were times when you just sat there and felt everything while staring at nothing. There was no way for you to explain how you felt. You only knew it was heavy. You only knew you were stressed out. You told yourself to keep going. At some point, you told yourself to calm down. You told yourself that other people had it worse. But pain doesn't go away just because you play it down. I saw the weight that you failed to see. You carried your sadness in a quiet way. You had a lot of grief that you never fully dealt with. You had regrets that you still hear at night. There was pressure on you that slowly built up over time. You didn't let it go. Instead, you kept it inside. You thought you had to do everything by yourself. But I was there for every silent attack. I saw the day you almost gave up hope that things could get better. I could tell you were sick of hoping. I saw how close you were to closing your heart for good. You thought that if you stopped caring, no one would notice. But I would have known. Because I am more connected to your heart than you know, I would have felt the change. It's not dramatic that you feel a lot. Being stressed out doesn't make you weak. You're not failing just because you have problems in private. You're a person, and I never thought you'd have to handle everything by yourself. Share this video and say, God is already working for me, even if I can't see the answer yet. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.